he makes a good point when he talks about the winds up there. Jonathan is up on the hills above us, and when he talks about the winds up there, those winds come down here. We're still getting gusts of 60, 65 miles per hour. Overnight in this area, they were getting wind gusts up to 98 miles per hour, which is really what kind of pushed these flames across, and there was just no way to fight it. On that note, let's bring in the Sheriff of Los Angeles County, Robert Luna. Sheriff Luna, thank you so much for coming on with us. We appreciate it. It looks like Pacific Palisades is just devastated. The first question is, how does the Sheriff's Department, how do you protect the city of Palisades, the town of Palisades, while people are out of their homes?
It is absolutely our responsibility to be there for our community, to be there to evacuate, making sure people are safe and they're not seriously injured or killed. Two, is to secure that location. Unfortunately, at times we have individuals that will take advantage of the unfortunate circumstances and go in and try and steal things. So we're making sure that we have adequate staffing, not only at the fire that you're at reporting from, but the other fires that are impacting our county. And I've got to say, I'm very proud of our employees. For the last 48 hours, they've been out there in the conditions that your viewers are seeing you in, and you're doing a heck of a job reporting the chaos. And it gets worse at night when you can't see. So very difficult conditions, but you know what? This is our community. I can report to you that I've talked to several of our employees today that have lost homes, both in that area and the other fire, the large fire we have going on in the county. So we're feeling this, even here at home.
Yeah, and it's interesting, Sheriff, because you talk about these couple of fires. There was a third fire, the Sylmar fire. It exploded to about 500 acres. That was kind of northeast of the Eaton fire in the Pasadena-Altadena area. But it really is the focus now on the Palisades fire and the Eaton fire. And the Eaton fire, hundreds of homes there also destroyed. Are you worried about your resources? We know we are very lean on resources with firefighters in California. What about the Sheriff's Department? Are you also lean on resources, Sheriff?
Yeah, all of us have staffing challenges, but we got to step up to the plate. And under circumstances like this, we're calling people in. We have additional people that will be working. A lot of our normal responsibilities will stay on the shelf. I mean, we're still responding to calls for service throughout the county, but our priority, make no doubt about it, is working with our partners in Unified Command, both at the fire you're reporting from and the Eaton fire. And I've got to tell you, regarding the Eaton fire, I've heard miraculous stories this morning of our deputy sheriffs going out firsthand and saving lives. We did lose one black and white. Yep. Thank God our deputy was okay. But we have multiple stories literally saving lives for the last 48 hours, both in the Palisades fire and then also the other fire in Altadena.
Yeah, I mean, it really does, Sheriff. As you're talking, we're getting these winds behind us. These are very powerful winds. These fires, still no containment on these things. Sheriff, are you hearing any word on how these fires might have started?
No, it would all be speculation. They're both under investigation, but I can assure you we're going to try and get to the source of what started this. And by the way, yeah, as you're talking Sheriff, about the high winds.
Go ahead, Sheriff.
I'm sorry. I would just, you were mentioning about the high winds. And for those folks out there that are not familiar, and I'm not a firefighter, but it's been made very clear by our chief, our fire chief, that they're having a difficult time. It's almost impossible to get aircraft up in the air. And that's a very effective mechanism for fighting these fires. And that is not doable in the last 24 hours.
Yeah, and really even, Sheriff, if they could get these airplanes up in the air and some of these fire retardant planes, it would be kind of a shot in the dark because, as you know, when they dump the retardant with these winds so high, it's just unknown where the retardant would push to. So it's really kind of a fruitless effort. Do you see FEMA and others bringing more resources in here, Sheriff, to help? Have you and your office called out for more resources around the state? What's the process?
So for us in the county, I am responsible for mutual aid. I'm the mutual aid coordinator for this region here, Los Angeles County and the adjoining counties. I immediately was receiving calls from the Office of Emergency Services from the state offering any resources that they could. I know our fire department has been asking for them, and they're starting to receive those. From a law enforcement perspective, they're asking us. Right now, we are doing okay, but we understand this isn't going to be over tonight or tomorrow. So we're preparing for the worst, or planning for the worst, I should say, as we move on. But any resource that we're asking for, either through the state or the federal government, they're willing to give it to us, and we're extremely grateful for that level of collaboration and partnership.
Los Angeles County Sheriff Robert Luna. Sheriff, thank you for spending your time with us. We appreciate your analysis. We appreciate your comments.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.